That is my best friend Darren.
That is my best friend Bobby.
And this is the Hola Bud Podcast.
Cast.
Coming from a special location this week with a special guest. We're going to tell you all about him in a minute, but we just wanted to get a little introduction going and say hello first.
Certainly. So hello, everybody. Want to let you know that the story is still the same every single podcast that you watch with us. It's all about making ourselves better and loving one another and loud motorcycles.
I love motorcycles. I'll be able to get that out of the audio, I'm sure. But we are going to meet a new bud this week, and you are going to love him just as we do. It is one of Darren's good friends. I'm going to pass my microphone off to him. Darren's going to start talking to him a little bit, and then I'm going to talk to him a little bit later. So here you go, Wes.
Now, this guy's been my bud for 25 years, 26 years. So I want to let you guys know this is his first podcast, but I can assure you that it won't be his last. He'll be joining us here frequently. We'll be joining him frequently. We're going to do a collaboration. It's going to be great. Everything's going to be beautiful. So without further ado, let me have him introduce himself. Wes.
Hey everybody, I'm Wes. I'm super excited to be here as I've known Darren and I've seen Robert's content, and I was excited to meet Robert and hopefully expand our horizons.
Hey, Wes, hold the mic a little bit closer to your mouth.
There you go. Yeah.
You're good.
So, Wes, let's just get to know you a little bit right now, and who you are, and how we met, and things about you and I, so that the crowd, the watching, can understand why you and I have such a good connection.
Well, if you look at this guy, I mean, he's big, he's beautiful. I mean, he's a beautiful big boy. Like,
he told me that story the day I was telling him I was going to be a professional wrestler, but I didn't have a gimmick and I don't know what to be. I didn't know what name to be. And that's the exact same thing he told me many years ago, and it's stuck ever since, and it's been my brand since then. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm excited, and I got to calm down before I can even entertain what Darren does and how easy it is for him to talk to people or the crowd that we don't see here. But like I said, I'm super excited to meet Robert and Darren. He is the beautiful big boy, and he has more of a future in podcasting than he even knows yet.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that, man. So Wes and I actually met at a job. Funny, because that's how Bobby and I met too. Wes and I worked at the buffet at Mystic Lake, and we were servers, but I kind of floated around being a busser, which fucking sucks. Don't ever be a busser anywhere. But the server and then the host, and that's how Wes and I really became to know one another, was through the serving, because we'd spend time in these little ass serving stations and just talking about random wrestling facts and stuff, and we became closer and closer. And Wes was really cool, and he was big into music, and he had so much going on, and I was just drawn to him because he had such a drive back then with, I'm going to put on this big concert and I'm going to do this and that, and fuck if he didn't put on a goddamn pretty big concert. So it was pretty awesome. The drive that he has, once he has something in his head, it's not leaving until he finishes it. So be careful what you tell him.
No, it's more about careful what I tell you, because come or hell high water, I'm going to do what I got to do to make my dreams come true, or at least satisfy the urge of whatever that burning desire is, which I don't know. But as Darren was talking about the buffet, I was probably a lot more vocal in being able to talk to people a little bit better because I wore an apron. So I had a little mask on or something that would be between me and the crowd. I don't have any mask here other than this microphone now, so I don't really, I'm sorry, I probably got a little excited on there, but I don't know how to be for my first podcast. So just remember that, guys. Thank you.
Hey, you're doing great. You're doing great. So that concert you put on, do you remember it pretty well?
I put on a few.
Was it your first?
I put on a few.
Was that your first one that I'm talking about when we did that? Like 19?
Synthetic Sensations, 1, 2, Come See the Monkey. They were fun.
Were they all at the same venue?
No.
No.
There were there's multiple locations. I don't know what you call them.
That's
Just little
perfect.
halls.
Yeah, perfect.
Perfect
Like-
to be here.
Like a concert could get thrown here, and we could have people dancing and jumping around to type shit, but we're not going to. We have a lot of things to cover today with Wes, and I'm very excited for the new opportunity. Wes, like I said, has been one of my buds for a better of 19, 20 years for sure. And no, shit, longer than that. 'Cause I'm 46. I met you when I was 19. So
They can do the math.
yeah, you guys, anyone that's a math person, go ahead and put it in the wherever down here and let us know, because I don't know. I'm 46. I met him when I was 19. So thank you for doing the hard work. I do appreciate you guys being out here. Wes appreciates you guys being out here. Some good stories. Wes, why don't you just tell a little bit about like where you're at now?
Where I'm at now.
Yeah.
I live in Elko, New Market. I love it.
You own a lawn care business, I've heard?
I do own a lawn care business, but
Oh.
I'm definitely on my way out. And unfortunately, for the people that I deal with through the lawn care company now, I can feel that my energy is not there for them. But at the same time, I'm doing it for money. It is what it is.
American way.
My true passion is why you guys are here. Is I believe in cannabis. I'm not selling no medical whatever. I'm all about recreational, and I'm 100% behind the industry in Minnesota to get it up and established. I'm an entrepreneur, and I want to give up cutting the grass for helping people smoke the grass.
For smoking the grass, yeah. That's 100% true statement. Wes is always been about the cannabis since long before I met him, and it's something that's followed through. So that story stays the same. So that's not a lie. Wes is a very good person, and you know, he's always had others' interests in mind, and even when people that don't know him, and he can come off kind of brash, but I tell you what, he is definitely one of the most caring individuals that I have ever met in my life, and to have him still in my life all these years later has been pretty awesome. And like we'd stopped talking for some time just because life happened, and we picked up like we never stopped talking. And you can't do that with everybody, but the few in the world that you can do that with, that's a special bond that you don't ever want to lose.
Nope, as I don't know if Darren's talked about his health issues prior to this, but I'm grateful and fortunate Darren's still here and that he gets to speak to his voice and get this another opportunity in life. So we all got to remember we're closer to not doing those things than we are to doing them. So let's just do it now.
100%, man. Wes has got a good philosophy like me. Just be better and love one another, take care of each other, and that's, if we can do that as a society, it's going to be such a better place for everybody. So, am I wrong?
Hey, I'm just gonna say get high.
That's really
I can't.
that's
We
really all
have
you
our
gotta
own
do.
Problems and how we deal with them is just however, you know. And I'm not gonna say that I'm out there I'll do my best for whatever, but as he said, I'm a hard ass. So if you can't do something for yourself, don't expect others to do it for you.
He'll give you the guidance if you need it, but it'll be very short guidance, like 2 or 3 words. Bobby, I'm about to throw the mic to you. Oh, go ahead, buddy.
Go fuck yourself. That's 4 words, but is yourself compounded?
I think that's 1 word. Yourself.
Yourself.
So
It's 1 word.
go fuck yourself.
Yeah, there you go.
No,
That's,
I love you, Darren.
I love you, and it's been an awesome time having you in my life, and I can't wait to carry on with the next chapter of both of our lives together now.
Right.
I'm going to hand the mic off to Bobby. I'll still sit here because the viewership needs to stay up. So, and I do have a pretty, just kidding.
A beautiful big.
Thanks, baby. Bobby and Wes are going to talk about the next adventures that are going on that you guys are going to be a part of, and I know you will. So I love you all, and here's Bobby talking to Wes.
Thank you, Darren. I appreciate it.
Oh, radio bump. Oh,
Yes, sir.
I forgot.
Oh, give your...
Sunkissed, Zero Sugar, the unofficial sponsor. I love you guys, and you love me.
That's right. Darren's always looking out for those that care about him, and Sunkissed Zero does by helping him keep his diabetes in control while still quenching his thirst and tasting delicious.
I gotta speak up. I got diabetes too.
I think Sunkissed owes me some money for that one.
Yeah, I got it.
Good push.
Thank you. But
I have not, but
That's a very
I will try, since you're definitely sponsoring them
100%.
and encouraging me to try new horizons.
Yeah.
I as I was prior being a diabetic, I would drink that Sunkist, and that Sunkist was like the sun just kissed
Bro,
it. And
it tastes just like regular. It's the closest regular flavored soda on the market, I think. So give it a shot.
I'm gonna just say I know how beautiful and big he is, so I'm not going there.
So we are here in this space. It's an empty garage right now. But Wes is in the process of turning this into something glorious. Wes, what is the name of the place that this is going to be?
Dream Green Cannabis Club.
That is right. We are here in Elko, Minnesota, and he is working on the licensing. You're going through the process, right?
I am at a pretty far step into the process. Yes, I'm going through the process, but it's not. It's a couple processes.
Right. But you won the lottery initially.
No lottery. I did a micro license, which allows me to grow, manufacture, and sell. Currently focused on the retail location, and the lottery. The micro license did not have a lottery cap, so therefore I'm an entrepreneur, and that's why I wanted to be in control of my whole thing.
Yeah.
But it's all about steps, and I'll get to those other avenues after I build out the retail location.
Right.
But the micro license had no cap on licensing. It was an easier route for people to get into, but it was still a hard route, and I did not have any social equity, which really didn't end up helping any of the micro businesses. But it's a process. I'm willing to jump through the hoops that I gotta to do to get to where I gotta go to just give the community cannabis legally. I understand the value of cannabis as I'm not for medical claims there's out there, but I don't have any medical claims. Recreational 100%. I'm always looking for the next guy to make the best podcast, or just enjoy everything. Give us the next great movie or story, comic book. I don't care. All forms of just creativity to bring more. So if cannabis can help that's cool. But if you don't want it to, it's your choices too. I'm not here to push anything down your throat. It's just something that I experienced and helped me release and be free and creative.
Right. So that's awesome. Okay. So how long has it been since you took your first step in this process?
It's all about imagination and desire. And it comes full circle. It does. Where you have to first think about what you want, and then the state had to get their things in order. So once they legalized it, honestly, I don't remember when they legalized it anymore, but I became a home grower.
Nice.
And I did home growing, and I had success. And then when you have success, you're like, this is easy and this is awesome. So I went for it. And I continued to have success. And then I had opportunities come up, but the state, it was still a year. They still had no idea what they were doing. Back last November, so we're in 2025. 2024, they were supposed to have that lottery for social equity and cultivation to get it started for people. So, but then somebody sued somebody, and politics. I'm not a politician. I'm not a fan. I do me, and I like to be me. But then there was that, and then they said they were coming out with something at the beginning of the year. The beginning of the year happened, but then they said February. February, they finally released paperwork. So they've released paperwork the day of releasing the application, and we basically had 5 weeks, I think, to get our application in. But when you fill out this application, it was more a fictitious plan, no realness that you could put behind it other than a dream, a desire, and this is how I'm going to do this and this, because there's nothing that was created yet to have a plan around.
Right.
So, but then it was called a pre-approval. So then they would look at your application, and each page, and I think there was like 40 or 50 pages, like 2,500 character limit. So you had to fit your ideas within these character limits, but that ends up being a lot of paperwork.
Right. I can imagine. Yeah.
And from that, you waited and you waited. And so I had 5 weeks from February to get it in. I got it in March, and then I waited. And then April came. I was hoping 420, get the information. No, June came. Later in June, I don't remember the quite date right now, but I got my pre-approval. So then it was like I have to do a background check.
Yeah.
And I knew I was going to pass the background check, got the background check, so then I'd be okay, pre-approved and pre-qualified.
Right.
Then you work with your city, but you should have been working with your city in conjunction with all that anyways, because that's come into my realization that we all can't get into green spaces. So even getting the license doesn't mean you're going to have something. So.
Yeah. Because each city only has a limited amount of green space, right?
Right. And their choice. And then if a bank owns it, you can't rent or a lease from a bank because it's not federally legal. And then if there's multiple tenants, then they have a covenant and you can't get in there because there's rules.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Gotcha.
Lucky to be where we're at. I'm happy.
Right. So you bought this space, right? You own this property, and it is going to be the future home of the Dream Green Cannabis Club. And so we're actually planning to come here hopefully once a month and kind of check the progress, see the updates as this place gets planned out, gets built, and gets eventually into business, owning or
Distributing cannabis.
I mean, you said growing and manufacturing and distributing, right?
Yep.
All of it? Nice.
But the other two are at future points. I'm really all in focused on getting the retail location up.
That's top priority.
As I still have about 9 steps, but they're big steps to finish licensing off.
That initial phase you would probably purchase from other people to sell in here? That makes sense. Gotcha. So what made you really want to take the plunge? This is a big risk, new ventures in Minnesota that people haven't done. What made you want to put it all on the line and do this?
I'm 49 and I want to live my life. When does it become our turn to be who we want to be instead of listening to our parents or listening to the crowd behind us that isn't for our personal desires, and it became legal, and I'm a good guy and I'm an advocate for it, for just things as I've learned, some people are social and some people aren't social. So some people can communicate with others and they may suck. Right. And then there's other people that can't communicate with other people and they don't suck. And I feel like I can communicate with a lot of those people that can't communicate.
Yeah.
Because I'm relative to just understanding. I try to, as we're always a work in progress. So I just had whatever. Yeah. I've fallen off on this question. Sorry.
That's all right. That's all right. So we were talking a lot before we started doing this podcast, and we've been talking, on the phone and here in person. But what I've gained from you is that you definitely are a big believer in the law of attraction and manifesting your life. Do you want to touch on that maybe a little bit?
I mean, where to start? I mean, there's a movie, The Secret. Start there if you want to. I can tell you through trials and tribulations, I did it. I'm doing it, and I'm going to keep doing it, and I feel good doing it. So we could talk about it. I'd love to have maybe more or a different podcast. We could talk all about it because there's so many things they're common sense, but we get washed away because of the crowd, the noise that says, do it this way and believe this and that, or "Oh, you're not good enough." Well, once you can just, and believing is one of the hardest things.
Yeah.
And you don't know it's there, but you got to believe it's there and whatever.
Right.
But we could go off. I love the
And
law of attraction.
not just that you have to believe it, but you also have to protect it, because other people are going to put their fears and their doubts and they're going to project their shit onto it and try to prevent you from doing it,
And
whatever it might be.
One of my teachings is they teach you about the watchman at the gate. So you have that coming into your subconscious, you allow to what's coming into you, and it's the watchman at the gate. So you allow the good thoughts come through, and you try to have that samurai warrior protecting your good thoughts and keeping your good thoughts, and then redirecting you back at those good thoughts, because the watchman at the gate. So once a person can understand that and realize that, or it's a weird concept to even think about, for some people. So I'm not trying to push it on, but I believe, and I'm not the guy. I got taught this, so I learned this, and they would just tell me that I learned it myself through the teachings that they just put in front of me, because you have to come to the realization in your own mind about these things.
Right.
Sorry, I get off track, and I do love the law of attraction, and I could go through 16 lessons with you. Laws of Success in 16 Lessons by Napoleon Hill.
We will definitely be talking more about that type of stuff in the future. I'm very excited about that. But today we're going to talk a little bit more about the fact that you are, from here on out, the official sponsor, the only official sponsor of the Hola Bud podcast.
I'll take it.
We're going to be talking about it every episode. We're going to be coming here, hopefully, like I said, once a month, checking in on the progress, doing podcasts from here, and eventually maybe doing them here full time. Who knows? Who knows? We won't commit to that yet.
Well,
but
as I just got to meet Scoogs, Robert, Bobby, whatever we want to call him, just this fun guy. But I see a promise in him, and I have an open invitation that if he wants to help me flush out something in my business about the what do we call it, the social network, the social media, or videos, my because I want to create more videos too, and I think Robert would be a great person to help lead a charge. But that's if he wants to. He's a busy man himself, and he's got his own priorities. He's got to do him.
We'll get to that later. That's how we're going to kick it off. And that, I think, is a fantastic episode thus far. Is there anything else you want to talk about in specific, Wes?
Thank you, Robert and Darren.
Thank you, Wes. Darren, here, do you want to maybe mention who's that on the couch?
The guy that's been looking at his phone and not really anything else. That's my son, Jackson. He is a superstar athlete at Buffalo High School, and he lives with me and makes my life so much easier. So I'll thank him for everything that he does for me.
I was thinking about not saying anything, but I figured we'd give him the shout right at the end.
Hey.
Anything else you want to talk about here today, Darren?
I just want to say, thank you all for watching and being part of us. And you're all my buds, and we got some secrets coming down the pipe here. It's going to look pretty cool stuff we were talking about on the way here.
Lots of ideas, lots of plans.
Can't wait for you all to be a part of it and grow with us, just like the buds that you are. So I love you all. Thank you for tuning in.
Peace.
There's a man up north, they call him Wes, with a bag of green. He's the very best from the plains of Minnesota. Far and wide, he brings joy and laughter with a puff's ride. In the evenings round the fire, folks gather around. The stories and songs where his herb is found, under starry skies in the cool night air. Weedman Wes, he takes us there. Oh, Wes from Minnesota with your magic green, spreading love and laughter in a smoky dream. One puff from you and the world feels bright. Weedman Wes, you light up the night. In the heartland fields where the corn grows tall, he's known to wander and heed the call. With a smile so wide and a gaze so kind, Wes and his herd, a treasure to find. In the evenings round the fire, folks gather around with stories and songs where his herb is found. Under starry skies in the cool night air, Weed Man Wes, he takes us there. Oh, West from Minnesota with your magic green, spreading love and laughter in a smoky dream. One puff from you and the world feels bright. Weed Man Wes, you light up the night. In the heartland fields where the corn grows tall, he's known to wander and heed the call. With a smile so wide and a gaze so kind, Wes and his herd, a treasure to find. When the troubles of the day weigh heavy and low, just a visit to Wes and you'll be aglow. He's the keeper of peace with his verdant blend, Minnesota's pride, everyone's friend.